Peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to share with y'all a story about how my life has been impacted by incarceration and my struggles. So when I first came home in 2016 in January, I didn't want to go home to my neighborhood, so I went to a shelter. I was trying to change, and part of change is changing your environment. You can't have a different mindset and be in the same environment and think that everything is going to work according to your new train of thought. So I went to a different place. I was in a shelter for like about a year. Then I realized the shelter was just a scam, right? It was just, not saying that some people don't end up getting places, but they give priority to women with children over single men. So that's just about like how the shelter game go, right? Like a woman gonna get picked over you. There's not enough housing for everybody. And they also play a lot of games in the shelter. So that's just something that I had to go through. I had to live in the shelter. I also started going to school, but at the same time, I was looking for a place to move into, and places just kept discriminating against me because every time they did a background check, they see that I had a conviction. So normally I went to a few places, looked at a few places, spoke to the, not the landlord, but the agent or whatever, right? And everything would be fine until it was time to do a background check. All the time, it never failed. Everything was okay till they did a background check and they stopped communicating with me. I even have been fired from certain jobs just because I had a felony. So this has been part of like my struggle, right? Couldn't really get housing, couldn't really work in certain places, can't really get certain licenses. And it's like, it's hell in a way, right? But then the other side of it is like in the hood, you get glorified, right? Because you did time, you didn't snitch, you're official dude. But on the other side of that, it's like people don't talk about the struggles. People don't talk about like how hard it is when you're trying to be different. And I'm not here to say that you can't make it or certain people haven't overcome those obstacles. I'm just over here sharing that like it's tough, man. And if you're not mentally ready to go through that fight, a lot of people succumb to their previous conditions because it's easy to go back to where you came from, and it's harder to like fight and grapple with the new things that we're dealing with, right? So now I'm gonna get to the story of how I was charged with terrorism, right? It's crazy because one day out of nowhere, I'm an organizer in school, I'm an organizer in real life. Like, this is what I do. I just try to promote black love and black unity, and let's just be better people, right? So I try to promote that, and I was starting a black student union in school. So out of nowhere, some girl, I guess she had her issues with me, and she ended up, I believe it was this girl, right? So somebody called me from the public safety office, and they said that, yo, you've been accused that you said you was gonna shoot up your classroom if you failed your classes. So I just thought it was stupid. Like, it just didn't even make no sense to me. Like, they said I was gonna shoot my classroom up if I didn't pass my class. And then they called the police. So the police came. The police asked me a few questions. Did I have problems with anybody? Did I say whatever it is claiming that I said? And I was just like, no, I didn't. Like, I don't know if anybody got a problem with me. But long story short, they still suspended me. So the police left. Everything was fine and dandy with the police, but they still suspended me. And I believe they looked at my record. I believe they looked at my record and they felt like this dude is still a threat, and that's why they suspended me. They're not gonna admit it because that's against the rules. That's against the law to do that. But I feel like the only legitimate thing that made them feel like I was still a threat, even after the police left, was because I had a felony. So it's just a lot of things that come with that. And I don't think it makes sense, right? To like, when you're trying to find a home and people are still telling you like, oh, we wouldn't want you to live here because you made a mistake. Like a teacher does not stop being a teacher because they made a mistake in a math problem, or because they made a mistake in their interpretation of something, right? Like, you don't stop being a teacher. How many prosecutors have wrongly convicted people and send them upstate, right? Or police locked up the wrong people, right? They didn't stop being cops. They didn't stop being prosecutors. So it's tough to just trying to change your life, and then you're surrounded by a society that almost don't want you to change, almost don't want you to be better, almost don't want you to be different. They don't want you to grow, you know? So I just wanted to share. I could probably go into deeper things, right? But I just wanted to give y'all a glimpse, man. Like check in on your family members, man, that might be in prison still, or when they're coming home, and try to be some type of support system to your friends and your family. Not just freedom, you know what I'm saying, like the hashtag or whatever, but like just try to be like some type of real support, man, because support is definitely needed. And if some people don't have the right support, it's easy for them to go back to that lifestyle. So if you like it, you know what I'm saying, share it. I like getting my message across. It's not even about what I like. I just think that my messages sometimes could change somebody's life and can educate and bring awareness to some of the issues that I'm talking about. So if you like it, comment. I'm open to conversation, dialogue, and subscribe. Peace.